My name is Rajiv Gandhi Chakravarti, and it's privileged to be your moderator for today's discussion. I am a certified project management professional, and I am deeply passionate about helping aspiring PMPs to reach their goals and advance their careers. I am also passionate about mentoring teams and helping organizations achieve their objectives while fostering a culture of continuous improvement. I'm truly excited to be here with you today and look forward to a thoughtful and engaging conversation. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Kalyan Satyaveda, co-chair of PMI South Asia Champions and director at Oracle India Private Limited, to deliver the introductory speech for the today's event. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kalyan Satyavada, as Rajiv introduced me. So I'm part of the PMI South Asia Champions program for the past 11 plus years. So we are honored to host this second PMI South Asia Champions program International Project Management Day live audio event today. As we celebrate our 1.5 decades of growth and achievements with the PMI South Asia Champions program, we are also looking forward to the exciting opportunities that lie ahead. Today's event actually focuses on a fantastic opportunity to recognize and celebrate the immense value that project managers bring to this world. Our discussion today will center around projects propelling prosperity. We'll explore how effective project management is a critical driver of growth, innovation, and success across the industries. A special thanks to our distinguished panelists who will be sharing their valuable insights and experience with us today. And thank you all for joining us in celebrating this profound impact of project management in driving both prosperity and excellence. So Saturday evening, thank you so much for making it. making it. Over to you, Raj.
Thank you, Kalyan. So let's come back to the today's discussion on project propelling prosperity. I will briefly introduce our esteemed panelists today. Mr. Vivek Sonar. Vivek represents the automotive industry with over 38 years of experience in product development, PMO, and special projects both locally as well as globally. He is PMP and RMP certified from PMI as well as VMA Value Methodology Associate from Invest. He has been an active volunteer with PMI since 2008 and is working closely on various assignments both with PMI South Asia Champion and GHQ. He was the past CAC chair of the Champion program. Welcome, sir. And our second panelist, Gitika. Gitika has 18 years of diverse experience in the IT and telecom industry. She's working as a PMO leader for a professional service India in VMware by Broadcom. Prior to VMware, she has worked in Cisco, Hawaii, Ericsson, and Alcatel-Lucent. She is certified PMP, PMI ACP, ITIL, Six Sigma. She has been volunteering for PMI, though PMI South Asia Champion program since 2016. She was the co-founder of a PMI PM Connect initiative for 300 project management professional in Cisco. She has received multiple external and internal recognition for her contribution, like PMI India Champion of the Year Award, winner of the Aegis Graham Bell Awards, People Champion Award. Welcome, ma'am. Our next panelist, Vibhuti Mangal. Squadron leader Vibhuti Mangal was commissioned by the President of India in 2012 as a Group A officer. She has commanded many troops in the mighty Indian Air Force over a 10 years service to the nation. She is specialized in helicopters and expert in rescue reconnaissance and helicopter launch missions. She has worked alongside foreign military officers and has participated in international war exercises and launched many successful rescue missions for the government of India. She is a computer science engineer and a postgraduate in aeronautical engineering. Currently, she is working as a global IT manager with Amazon. She mentors and coaches students, working professionals, small businesses, and homemakers. She has received Most Impact Focused Volunteer, Women Achiever Award, Most Talented Amazonism Inspire Award. Her book, Elements of Emotions, has bagged the esteemed India Authors Award, and she has been appreciated for her book by many large and gout officials, and including the Education Minister and the Vice President of India. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Our next panelist, Mr. Vijay Kumar Viredia. Vijay Viredia is a technical project manager holding certifications in PMP, Safe Agile, Microsoft, and CSM. Has significant experience in digital health, medical devices, and healthcare AI. He is passionate about applying agile PM methodologies to enhance healthcare coordination, patient safety, value based care, and health equity. As a judge for the international awards like Fierce Healthcare, Globe, Vega, and Cloro, he evaluates AI innovation in the healthcare industry. He is committed to advancing responsible AI practices and is working toward contributing thought leadership on integrating agile in public health system. Welcome, sir. So we have already got a brief idea about today's panelist. We can start the discussion now. My first question to the all four panelists: what are the key emerging trends in project risk management as per the recent report by PMI? And what are the key emerging trends in project management? Let me start with Vivek, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rajiv. Uh, in my opinion, gentlemen and gentle ladies, my opinion, there are three, four trends I see from my standpoint. One of that is the PMO will become a value management office. PMO will no longer be program or portfolio management office, but it is more will be attached to what value the team of PMO is expected to deliver on the line at the end of the line day to the organization. With the VMO, the organizations are expected to align to the strategic goals, optimize the resource allocation, and enhance the agility of the services or product deliveries. The second would be the more focus would be on achieving more with fewer resources, which means continuous optimization will become the new norm of managing projects and resources. Even the speakers and panelists at the recently concluded PMSSC 24 harped on this point. Whoever attended the conference there would remember that. The third, in my opinion, is the agile principles will get extended to managing portfolio from the traditional project managing projects, which means they will more emphasize on continuous alignment to business goal, iterative progress, and flexibility in resource allocation. Last but not the least, from the traditional heat map project risk management, uh, the risk management per se will move to a more comprehensive, data-driven, and quantitative enterprise risk management. And the GenAI would be one of the vehicle or one of the biggest driver to move to the enterprise risk management, especially when it comes to data driven and making the decision making more quantitative and objective. Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you, Vivek. So, Gitika, can you share your thoughts on this question?
Sure, I would like to add what Vivek sir said. I strongly believe that it is going to be a lot more data driven decision making, real time dashboards, analytical tools are going to provide, instant feedback, and they are going to be the key for the project success. Also, we have a uh, with respect to the effective resource management post covid. You know we have got the access to the talent all over the world, and with that, with remote work, hybrid work in place, we can get the resources aligned with the right skill sets, and right, experience. So I think it is also going to be culturally sensitive, and effective resource management going forward.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I think let's go with Vijay. Vijay, can you share your thoughts on these emerging trends? Vijay sir, are you connected, right?
Uh, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, let me give my 2 cents on this, and I will touch base regarding the risk management part.
Yes, go ahead. Um,
Place everywhere, right? I believe. Hello.
yes, you are there. You have some connection issue. Go ahead,
Oh,
sir.
okay. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. So I was talking about the data management
Vijay, I think we again lost the
Um,
audio.
I'm sorry.
and
So,
implement proactive measures.
yeah, Vijay, I think we have lost your audio. So maybe you can check it out. Meanwhile, let me ask her thoughts on the this particular question. So, Vipati, can you share your thoughts on this, ma'am?
Hi, yes, please.
Yeah.
I think most of the points have already been covered by the previous speakers. Just to add on to the previous points, I think continuing with the cultural implications, soft skills would be one of the major requirements for someone to succeed in the field of project management. Along with that, people would have to upskill themselves on the aspects of sustainability and social responsibility, because the way humans are consuming resources and the way governments are pulling ropes tight on all the companies so as to utilize these resources efficiently and to make our projects sustainable in the long term. It would be good for the future project managers or people who are studying and want to grow more in this field to know how the society is connected with the project management, how their environment is supporting it, and how they can support their own company's CSR initiatives. If they work in this holistic way, I think this would be definitely one of the major requirements for the future PMs and projects.
Thank you. Thank you, Vipati. Let's hear it from Vijay. So, Vijay sir, can you, uh, because we had a
Rajiv, I
audio
think
problem.
Rajiv, I think we lost him. He is not in
Okay.
the call.
Okay. So I will be move on to the next questions. Okay. So the next question to the panelist, uh, to again to Mr. Vivek and Vijay. The question would be, how do innovation in project management emphasize flexibility, data-driven decision making, sustainability, and automation?
That's a good question, Rajiv, and it actually rides on the first question and the views shared by the panelist here. Again, in my opinion, We all know innovation is the master key to progress, to development, and to the overall betterment. And for that, one needs to be continuously evolving, challenging the status quo, and finding newer, better ways of doing things. And this applies to the project management fraternity and also to the the project managers across the world. The businesses will have to find, and post COVID, definitely the situations across the world has dramatically changed. We all are aware and witness to that. The businesses will have to find a newer way of doing business in lesser time, lesser cost, most optimized way. And for that, uh, a lot of flexibility, adaptability, and moving away from the traditional traded methods and the paths will be the call of the hour. What work today will not work tomorrow. What will work tomorrow may not work day after. So there has to be a continuous thrust on doing things differently. And for that, innovation will be again the fuel. uh, Riding on the earlier point, data will play an extremely significant larger role in all these things. Data driven decision making, communications, communication friendly to the stakeholder, um, easy to understand, and all those things which data will have to be the best, will be the key influencer. And automation, whether it is chat gpt or gen ai or anything, which will have to handle the routine regular mundane stuff, like MISs and mails and meetings and stuff like that, freeing the entire project management community to do a more strategic work, more futuristic work, spend more time on risk management and stuff like that. A recent survey I saw which says 68% of the professionals are struggling with the pace and volume of their work, and 46 to 45 or 48% are already feeling burnt out. And that is because that struggle of getting locked into the way things are handling today and the requirement of the future world, which at the cusp the entire fraternity is. And therefore, in my opinion, innovation will drive this flexibility, data driven decision making, and automation. Not to forget, sustainability will have to be delivered. So it has to be eco friendly, it has to be society friendly. Whatever solutions, whatever innovations will happen, they will have to be sustainability centered. That's all my 2 cents.
Thank you, sir. That's a wonderful thought, especially on sustainability and the automation. So, so maybe like I can ask this question like in AI automation. So, Gitika, can you share your thought on the AI automations alone? Like,
Well, I would say that AI powered tools are going to elevate the project management experience significantly. It can provide all the predictive analysis. Let's say that we are driving similar projects, similar kind of projects. We can understand with AI that what kind of predictive risks are there, how we would have addressed those, how was the mitigation response in the previous projects with all the data driven information in place, scheduling of task, resource management. So I believe that uh, with the adoption of AI, the more it gets adopted into the organization, it is going to make the life of project manager a lot easy, convenient, because they can focus on the real work rather than doing lot of mundane tasks. They can focus on building the connect with the stakeholder and driving the outcome for the project.
oh, that's wonderful. So thank you, Gitika. Like, so Vijay said, you back on the line, right?
Yeah, it looks like my sorry, it was I'm facing some issues in and my LinkedIn was restarting continuously, but it looks like I'm good. Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. So I would repeat the questions.
Sure.
Um,
Thank you.
uh, how do innovation in project management emphasize flexibility, data-driven decision making, sustainability, and automation? So can you share your thoughts?
Yeah. and I just heard about what other panelists was saying about AI and the predictive analytics, and I would like to add some more point on this. And let me take a simple example of uh, real time project update. When we are saying the what is the real time project update, right? So let me take a three different project manager example. Let me start with a traditional project manager. If I am a traditional project manager, what at the end of the day, if I want a project update, right, what I will do, I will go and log into three different systems. Like if I am a software project manager, I will log in with the Jira, I will log in with my GitHub, I will log in with other tools, right? And I will try to get the insight like, okay, what has been updated by my team. And based on that, I will update my project plan at the end of the day and the status report. And I will decide like whether my project is red, green, or yellow, right? So that is a traditional project manager. But if I am an advanced PM, right, I will use this technique but not as a manual part. I will automate that one. I will try to generate a report automatically from all these three tools, and that automation will uh, like update my project plan, and it will give a result that okay, it is red, green, and yellow at the end of the day. But if I am an advanced AI project manager, right, so I will add based on my previous data, I will create an AI model, and I will continue using the automation that I was using as an advanced PM, right? But I will with the AI model, I will start predicting it, right? And at the end of the day, only I'm not only I'm getting the red, green, and yellow, I will also able to ask the question to AI that hey, am I behind on the critical path? Or can you generate a report for my CEO, or can you generate a report for a specific customer, or can you tell me which of my developer is behind from their time, right? So this kind of benefits that we can get with the AI driven innovation here.
Thank you, Vijay sir, for your thought. So the this question to Vibhuti ma'am, uh, how are cross corporate project organized, and what are some of the appropriate tools and mindset to drive this?
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you better. Yes.
Okay. Can you please repeat your question? I think I just missed for last few seconds.
Okay. Let me repeat the question. How are cross corporate projects organized, and what are some of the appropriate tools and
Mhm.
mindset to drive this?
Thank you so much. So first of all, let's just understand what cross corporate projects are, which had more than one collaborators, mostly between different companies and organization. So most of the important part here is that you have to have a very careful planning, communication, and coordination, so all of the stakeholders remain on one page. And since it involves more than one collaborator, the risk management has to be done accordingly, because everybody bears the fruits as well as if it goes bad. So first of all, we need to define very clear cut objectives, goals, and responsibilities, who is going to deliver what. And then we have to have a very good governance mechanism and leadership, and allot which task will be delivered by which team in collaboration, or whether as a pocket from one company. And then if it has a pipeline, it has to be streamlined in advance and has to be taken care while we are planning. After that, we have to recognize if these teams are working in silos, what kind of collaboration platform or framework are we going to provide them. And it has to be tailored based on each and every project, and based on the team's locations and the demands of the project. Then we will definitely go on to identify the dependencies, like we talked about the pipeline, right? So we need to clearly outline these things and identify what are their interdependencies, and then make sure that the pipeline is always ready for the next one. And in cross corporate projects, in my past experience, I have seen that risk management and contingency planning is actually a little tricky part, because it has got more than one stakeholder. So teams have to proactively identify risk for one stakeholder might not be a risk for the other company. So they have to come on some common platform, address it, identify those factors, make sure that their budgets are not running over for both the partners. And if there is a conflict of interest, they have to lay down the ground rules initially so that when that risk comes, they are ready with their plan B or plan C. Now, we just talked about the strategy. I'll just touch upon, if to make this possible, you have to have a couple of tools available with you. So these days, lots of tools like, for example, I use Asana and then Amazon internal tools. You have got Jira also, so that multiple organizations can work together and they see what the current trend is, what are their timelines, milestones, and they have a visual picture of what where the project is and what is the next um, deliverable. Same thing, communication platform, they can have anything which is available. And for communication, and let's add on documents and file sharing, so you can have any cloud based platform wherein you can put your documents and you can use that for your communication platform as well. After that, I think the last part would be that you have to have a reporting tool inbuilt within the system so that the leaders, your senior managers are aware of where are you trending, and you can keep a trend of your budget overrun, timeline overrun, or if you have to be agile and you maybe a new um, uh, demand has been there from customer and you have to integrate it. So if it's a commercial aspect, I think tools like ERP tools like Salesforce or SAP, it will be really good if we are able to accommodate it in here. And lastly, to drive this, the project manager has to be very good with the collaboration part. They have to be transparent with each other. They have to be very flexible and adaptable because they are dealing with cross cultures, because it's different companies. They have to trust each other. And I think finally, the long term focus has to be there so that they can handle the risk properly. Thank you.
Thank you. It is the mindset, right? The project
Yeah.
manager's mindset. Yeah. Thank you. Um, so the next questions would be, how can one manage remote and distributed teamwork with the increase in the project management innovation? So this question to the panelist Gitika ma'am and Vivek sir. So Gitika, yeah, you can start the discussion.
Sure. Thank you, Rajiv. I would say that, I mean, in these words, it's very unlikely that you are only working with those who are in front of you. The more and more, global team are coming together to drive the project, execute the project for the success, and to to manage a distributed team, it's very important to have two aspects. Ec- Two aspects are extremely critical. The first one is the very clear communication, transparent communication, ensuring that we have the strong leadership practices where we have communication strategies. We are defining the objective of the project. We are defining the roles and responsibility, and over communicating as well, because it is always said that the more you communicate, the better it is in the project, to keep everyone on the same page. So it's very important that you keep connected, not only for the project but also otherwise as well. Make sure that you are working with those with whom you are working. Just don't feel that they are miles away. Feel that they may be sitting next to you, maybe taking a break over the video call or something, and then discussing things. It just makes a lot of human connect. So it's very important to have that trust, that connect, and the communication alive. And the second and most important aspect is the platforms or the tools which support these connects. I have used Jira Microsoft Project, Smart Sheets, SharePoint. A lot of tools are there. Google tools, Microsoft tools, Slack, Zoom. So many options. So it is important that everyone are understand that how they are going to collaborate, what tools are they going to use, what platforms they are going to use for for chatting, for uploading the document, for sharing the document, for updating it real time. And when we the team is on the common tool, and the team is always alive with their communication, they keep the discussion alive. It helps a lot. I would also like to bring the sensitivity around the cultural aspect, because now that we are working in distributed environment, India itself is very rich in a diverse culture, and then we are also working with people, who are outside India, in different countries. It's very important that we respect their time zones, we understand their language barriers. Even if we, let's say, are all speaking in English, but there are different aspects. I still remember early in my career, I got a very critical project for one of those Australia customer, and I was trained for their accent, and I was trained about their culture before I went to Australia to to take the handover of the project. So it's very important to understand these aspects of differences, and recognize that, and be very conscious on this. Last but not the least, it's more about being connected, um, um, you know and that's what it matters.
Yes, it's more about being connected. Thank you, Kritika. Thank you for sharing the experience as well. And Vivek, sir, can you share your thought on this question?
Yeah, Rajiv. Thank you. Most of the point Geetika has covered, and I completely echo those points. But in my opinion, managing remote work or distributed teamwork is not something which is happening today. I mean, I recall similar to what Geetika's Australia experience. My first international exposure was way back in 95, 96, and that too I traveled to a Middle East country where culturally there was a huge difference in the way we look at things and look at everything around us. So remote working has been there for decades, especially after 91 when the globalization happened and advanced over the next few years. World has been coming together and delivering businesses and the projects. In my opinion, what is changing now, especially in the post-COVID situation, and what's going to change in sooner or later in the near future, is there are two aspects. One, post-COVID, I think we all have become more human. Okay, our emotional tolerance has gone down significantly. Okay, we have gone through the worst phases life, which means what? I need to be valued more, I need to be connected more, I need to feel like I am an extended part of the family, if not the core family. I need to be involved. That is my inner voice which is coming up very strongly as today in my day-to-day life at office, also when I connect globally with the teams. That one thing which is cutting across the cultures, cutting across geography, cutting across caste, creed, no matter what your sex is, what your religion is, or everything. So the PM will have to be aware of all these subtle changes which are happening, and make sure that in their approaches, in their plans, in their communications with the team, these aspects are hold or held at a very high pedestal. And everything around this, whether it's communication channels or methods or modes or MISs or which tool you use, that becomes a secondary, that becomes an enabler part. But being more human, not just data overload, but that human aspect has to be there. And all the innovation in project management, which we discussed in the earlier question, we can't ignore this particular aspect of the teams which works together, stays together, and that delivers together. So that the team aspect, you know, along with the human aspect, will have the uh, will be the key for the project managers to manage their distributed teamwork and the remote teamwork more efficiently going forward. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Definitely, the PM should aware of the project management innovation and whatever the new tools coming around. Yeah, that's wonderful to hear from you, sir. We come to the next interesting question to every project management professionals. That is, how can project professional be better prepared for the future project management trends? Okay, that's I Vijay sir. Can you share your thoughts on this interesting question?
Yeah, sure, Raju. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will quickly touch base three different parts over here. Number one is like continuous learning and skill development. As we are talking about the AI and analytics, right? There are every day there are new changes are coming up. So as a project manager, what I do, I regularly update my knowledge through seminars, learning videos, getting new PMI certification. There are a lot of resources available on the PMI website, right? And learning from all of you as a leader, right? And I believe like the commitment to learning is no longer optional but essential. So the second point I want to cover is like cultivate soft skill and emotional intelligence. I know that technology will automate many things, but not the soft skill. As of today, we don't know about future, but as of today, technology is not managing the soft skill. We as a project manager, we have to develop that soft skill, right? Like conflict resolutions, issues within a team that technology will cannot handle. They can solve a technical challenges, but not this kind of thing. So as a project manager, I would like to learn those soft skills and sharpen my emotional intelligence. And third thing that I want to touch base is regarding the industry trends, right? A lot of changes happening throughout the world is connecting and coming like uh, moving together, right? So now we are understanding new scenarios, new trends, new markets, right? And there are so many regulatory updates are there, right? So this kind of change in demand, as a project manager, I should continue learn what the industry am I in. Like I'm in the healthcare, so I continuously learning about the healthcare all over the world. That will help me to make a better project professional and also to make a better decision on informed ground. Yeah, so that are my three points. Yeah.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you. How the AI will impact on the same the future project management trends. Um, so then the same questions I can hear the opinion from Vivek sir. How can the project professional be better prepared for the future project management trends?
Thank you, Rajiv. In my opinion, a simple one-line answer, if I have to give, it's by staying ahead of the curve. The change, the fast-paced change which we are witnessing over the past few decades tells us that we have to be on the toes as a project managers. So staying ahead of the curve means what? Spending more time both in quality and quantity in crystal ball gazing, looking for the signs of change, whether they are good, bad, ugly, patterns, connecting dot. Um, to Vijay's point on the what's happening in the pharmaceutical industry across the globe. So it's not just within the same industry benchmark, but scanning the overall and comprehensive landscape, looking for the trends which will influence the consumer, your customer, the consumer psyche. And I have plenty of examples, though I am in automotive industry, but what happens in FMCG industry and how it impacts the automotive sales or the purchase decisions of a customer. I have many live examples, and that's where I'll harp upon. Not bench when it comes to benchmarking, it is not just some within the same industry, but cross industry benchmarking would be required by the project manager. Project management and the managers also have to engage in continuous analysis, plotting scenario, assessing impact on project deliverables, and identifying. And for that, they will have to identify the routine, typical work, and finding ways to manage that through automation, and other things. Last but not the least, uh, focus more on overall well-being of the self and also of the team members. The It's not just work-life balance. It is much more beyond that, and it is where overall well-being for your of the project manager themselves and also of the team member is what would be demanded, what would be required by the project from the project managers for to be better prepared for the future trends. Agility, resilience, coupled with power skills like problem solving, strategist thinking, will be the vital competencies for the project professionals to thrive. Uh, these are my some thoughts, Vijay. Sorry, Rajiv.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your thoughts. So we are moving to the next question. Next question to Gitika and Viputi. So the question would be, what are some successful project management strategies that were effective in the past, and how can we apply these days? Let's start with Gitika with her thoughts.
Thank you, Rajiv. And that's a very interesting question, because no matter how much of innovation or AI comes, there are certain basic things which are going to continue and is never going to go away from the for the project manager. And one of them is understanding what is the outcome of the project and doing the planning. It is important that we use smart tools like specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. We use these tools and understand what this project is for and how are we going to plan. The only thing which has changed from past to present is that effective use of modern tools, to plan the project rather than creating it on Excel. We can use many innovative tools to automate the planning, identify the critical path, identify the lead and lags and different aspects. Another thing which I believe is still effective, was effective, and it is going to remain effective is the communication channel. Earlier, there used to be a lot of face-to-face connects. Now it is all virtual stand-ups, and it is going to continue. Especially let's say if you switch on the video, it becomes even more effective and as real time as you are talking to someone face to face. So that is going to stay relevant, and it is going to continue. Risk management again, earlier also we used to do a lot of risk management. For every project we would identify the risk, we would identify how are we going to respond, how are we going to mitigate. Now we can use a lot of AI driven tools to identify the risk. We can also create simulations, right? In a lot of technical projects we create labs, we simulate the entire project. We execute the project, we create the environment which is similar to the customer, and then we identify the risks. So with modern technologies, tools in place, the this has become, while this will continue to be relevant, it has just, the flavor has changed how we are identifying the risk and creating their responses. Again, resource optimization is going to be the key. We have a lot more software based tools, data driven decisions to understand that which all skill sets are available, which are relevant for the project. Their utilization, their availability, not only on a weekly or monthly basis but on a day to day basis. It has just changed the flavor with the software. um, so I believe that these are some of the strategies which were effective in the past and are going to continue. It's just that the ways to continue them has evolved over time, and it will continue to evolve in future as well.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gitika. Let's hear it from Viputi. Her thoughts.
Thank you, Vijay. So, Kritika has already covered most of the points. So, I think we can just kind of conclude it saying that whatever successful project management strategies that we are using now, or these plans steps that we are following as of now, which includes planning, communication, management of your stakeholders, engagement with them, risk management, everything remains relevant today. However, the tools and methods, they have evolved because the technology is evolving every day, so that it makes it very easier for project managers to do their job with a better precision and with more data driven insights. AI and ML is helping them. So with these new tools and practices, I think we are still using the core project management techniques which was used in the past. And if I talk about my own experience, like my personal, uh, I'm a fan of waterfall methodology because it helps me identify who is a better project manager. In Agile, it gives you lots of flexibility, right? So what I've seen in so many years of project management is that people who follow complete Agile, they are not, in my personal opinion, as efficient as a person who can still deliver waterfall technology methodology projects. And when you talk about construction, manufacturing projects, most of these can be very well clearly defined, and they can be very nicely achieved with waterfall. So like this is one of the examples which I really like, and most of the things I think Gitika has already covered. Thank you.
Thank you, Vipulti. Um, we have the another questions, like what role will procurement platforms play in future projects? So let's hear it from Gitika or Touch.
Thanks, Rajiv. Pro- Procurement platforms for future projects. See, procurement is a very critical aspect of managing project when you have the procurement associated either with the hardware or the services, let's say manpower, right? And it is a tedious, time consuming process to track, to raise the work orders, invoicing, validation, ensuring that there is a reminder to partners, onboarding the partner, for example. It There are various aspects, and for future, I definitely foresee that a lot can be automated. I definitely would like to see a day where we have bot in place who can raise the work order if we share the requirement, that this is the requirement, this is the partner, and we want to raise a work order, or we want to clear the invoice timely. If we have received the if our invoices are clear, we can clear, we can subsequently clear partners invoices, for example, or we can pay for the hardware, or we can track the delivery, and we can, automate the delivery life cycle. So I believe that AI can play a very significant role. Automation can play a very significant role in managing the platforms for the procurement, and shortening the timeline, and also, as I always say, let PM focus on what is the most critical aspect, managing the project and managing the customer, and let these be more automated, to take away their time and focus, and allocate it to where it's most necessary.
Okay, thank
Thanks,
you.
Raj.
Thank you, Gitika. Thank you for your thoughts on the procurement platforms. So we have a couple more questions. So the next question to Mr. Vijay: how does agile expansion contribute to reimagining project management?
Yeah, thank you, Raju. I think that is a good questions. I believe agile expansion and adoption significantly transform the project management all over the world. Not only the software, all the industries are slowly moving towards that. And for that, I will quickly touch base on the agile manifesto. When agile was developed, the thought was taken. There are 4 points they have covered. Number one, individual and interactions over process and tools. So the what agile saying is that process and tools are important. That is correct. We are not going out from that, but interactions with the individual, motivations, working with the team and working with the people are more important than process and tools. The second point, they define, or is that delivering a working software over comprehensive documentation. Is a traditional project management, we are more focused on the documentation. Of course, sometimes regulatory requirements are there, but still we are focusing on change management, developing, documenting a lot of stuff. But what agile says that, okay, you deliver or you focus on the documentation, but not that much. But your end point, at the end of the sprint, or at the end of the iteration, you must have a something delivered to the customer. The third point, what agile manifesto says about customer collaborations over contract negotiations. My traditional project management activity, when I was like doing the traditional part, I was more focusing on the contract. Okay, hey customer, you have not signed up this, we will not deliver it, or we don't have a time, right? But what Agile says that, okay, contract is there because money involved within that, but you should focus on the customer collaborations, right? What the values that you are delivering at the end of the day. Sometimes customer may thought differently, and when you develop a product that come out the differently, right? So you should focus on the customer collaboration and listen to them. And the fourth point they are covering or is that responding to change over following a plan. In my traditional project management, I generally follow the plan, go step by step, waterfall model, top to bottom. What agile says that respond to change. If anything comes up, it's a more critical, it's a more valuable for the customer. Let's focus on that. Let's evolve, let's understand, let's deliver it and get it approved by the customer. Let's get a feedback and make sure that we improve on that side. So these are the 4 points probably that will help all over the world, all different industries, for expanding and significantly transforming the project management activities.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you for your thoughts on agile expansion. So we coming to the last point of the questions. We have the question for all panelists. While technology plays a huge role in the future of the project management, how do soft skills and emotional intelligence also contribute to this? Let's hear it from Vivek sir.
Thank you, Rajiv. It's like asking, do we need clean air for breathing to stay healthy? It is as simple as that. I mean, soft skill and emotional intelligence will play that role, in my opinion. It's a huge role. And again, coming back, I mean, going back to the point earlier I made about the impact of COVID, making us more, human, our emotional tolerance going down. Um, I know actually puts the project manager back into the fix of having better soft skill to manage the people around. Our ability to manage the stress and the work under stressful conditions, and managing the complexity has taken a hit because of this. And therefore the project managers will have to be more human manager than task manager. Compassion, empathy, EQ, that just won't remain as a part of panel discussion, presentation, or TED talks. But and this will not be restricted to just to the professional work, it will also impact general family or social lives of the people. We will have to be mindful that the technological avalanche won't convert us into robo with zero emotion, but we should make us more humbler, understanding, accommodative to the fellow human, albeit not compromising to the delivery on the delivery front. If you refer to the managerial grid, a book professed by Black and Mountain, where they talk about a 2 by 2 matrix. On one axis is concern for result, and on another axis there is a concern for people. And we have seen people who are taskmaster high very high concern on results but very relatively low concern on people, and vice versa, where people have very high concern for people but very low concern for results, and the result compromise. In my opinion, if I take a reference of that particular matrix, project manager will be pushed to operate on the top right corner of the box, which is very high concern for results, but not at the cost of the concern for people. And for the concern for people, they have to be having a lot of soft skills, emotional intelligence, make sure their own emotional intelligence, their own human side won't affect the people. So it's a fine balance they will have to do of managing themselves, yet managing the people. And that's where my thoughts are, Rajiv, on the question you asked.
Thank you, Vivek sir, for your thoughts on emotional intelligence. And let's the next panelist would be Vibhuti. Before that, for the audience, if you have any specific questions to be asked to the panelist, you can post the question in the comments box in the LinkedIn or in the WhatsApp group. You can share your question so that we can pick some of the question we can ask the panelist to be answered. Thank you. Um, Vibhuti ma'am, we can hear it from you.
Thank you, Rajiv. I think Vivek has answered it very wonderfully, covering almost all the aspects of what we define as emotional intelligence. EQ is the need of the hour. For project managers to be successful, for we need to identify um, and the conflict resolution. So I think conflict is inevitable in any team environment, right? It's you have to have it to identify diverse viewpoints. Brainstorming is very necessary. So a person with high EQ would be able to utilize that brainstorming session or that point of conflict into something which is innovative and which delivers a wonderful solution. It helps people open up. High EQ people generally leads team very effectively, and they also know how to respect cross cultural differences. Soft skills is one of the topmost things in any industry these days for young individuals to be successful. And we have been coming across that, with the workload increasing, work pressure increasing with the industry, and the world is moving at a very fast pace, people are almost stressed throughout the time. So people who have good EQ, they would know even if a question is asked to them disrespectfully or in a tone which is not likable, they know that as a person who owns the answer, who's supposed to give the answer, will always and every time deliver it respectfully to make sure that the environment is healthy for everyone to participate in, and to set a bar for their team and people around how to behave and how to conduct themselves and how to keep their team healthy in such a stressed environment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful thought. Let's hear it from Mr. Vijay on the same question.
Yeah, thank you, team. I think everybody has covered point, but I just only like to say one statement. Like for my team, my automation can order a pizza when I'm going to hang out with my team, right? But only my emotional intelligence technique or my soft skill technique as a project manager can create a bonding within a team, right? So emotional intelligence and the soft skill are very much necessary as we are moving towards the new technologies. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. The last, we can hear it from Gitika. We can hear it from Gitika for a minute.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Rajiv. I
yeah.
think everyone has really brought in interesting aspects of emotional intelligence and soft skills. There are a couple of things I would like to add on, and this is something which I practice also a lot, and I tell my team to practice a lot, and that is inspiring, motivating the project team. It's very important that we recognize their small wins, we celebrate the small wins, recognize their contribution, keep them motivated, keep them engaged, and work cohesively towards the common objective of driving the project. That's one aspect I would like to share, because and I have always told the team that don't wait for the project closure to recognize someone. If someone has supported you in any critical situation or has gone over and above, please do the recognition then and there rather than waiting for the project closure. So that's my thought process. The second thing, I strongly feel that while the project manager is managing the entire team, they should also be open to the feedback, because they may also may also falter. They may sometimes become strict or sometimes become lenient, and they have a lot of pressure on their on their shoulders to drive the project in, let's say, stringent timelines or challenging situations. They should be open to feedback, and it only helps them evolve and improve their leadership style, improve their connect with the project team, with all the stakeholders, and drive the project effectively. So these are my 2 cents for using the soft skill and supporting the project team. Thank you so
Rajiv,
much.
Rajiv, if you
Thank you,
allow
Vijay.
me, I have just one additional thoughts to what
Yes,
Gitika
yes,
has
yes.
said.
Proceed, Vivek, yes.
I completely agree with Gitika's point, and that's a very good point that rather than waiting for any big event or a project closure kind of a milestone to cross to celebrate, celebrate successes more frequently. But more than that, I would also recommend, and that practice we have been following at my organization for many years now, we celebrate failures. Failures are not often talked openly, and people fear to talk about it. That hits the our team's morale very badly. Now, if you make the celebration on the failures, let people come share what went right, what went wrong, why, what has happened, how can we do it better if we get a next time an opportunity. So, talking about failures, celebrating failures will have to be also done along with celebrating small successes, small wins. That's the additional point I wanted to make, Rajiv.
Thank you, Vivek sir. Thank you for the all the points. I don't think there is a questions was posted in the WhatsApp or the LinkedIn. Okay, maybe like if the audience posted in the group, let's respond from the offline. So we are coming to the end of these audio event. Thank you, panelists, for sharing your forward-thinking insights. It's fascinating to hear how project management is expected to evolve with the next wave of trends and innovations. You all have a different backgrounds and opinions, and we are privileged to hear from you today. Thank you very much, audience, and enjoy for the rest of your day, this Saturday evening. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you so much, If you have been a great host and moderator. Thank you
Yes,
all.
I agree. Thank
Section
you,
is all.
Raju.
Yeah.
You have
Thank
been a
you.
Thank
good
you,
host.
Raju and team.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Kalyan. Thank you.
Thank you, Yashwini. Good one on.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you, Yashwin.